Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the one and only Allied Rivals podcast. We don't have long intros, but we also never quite know how to do an outro, but we make it work. My name is AJ Herschel right over there. That's Cademan Bauer, my man. If you don't know us, we talk about a whole bunch of sports stuff, mostly football, baseball, and basketball, as it were. And today, we're talking about the NFC Championship game. We're going to be breaking it down for you guys. We're going to be giving y'all our predictions. We've been doing this the entire playoffs, every single game. We've been doing wrap-ups for every single game. Go check out our AFC prediction, Chiefs and Bengals. If you haven't, maybe after you watch this one. I don't know who you're a fan of. You choose the order you want to watch them in. It's totally up to you. Cade, how are you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I actually went to the card shop today with
Yes,
one of my good
sir.
friends who happens to be named AJ
Nice.
Herschel.
What a
and
coincidence.
It was pretty fun.
Nice.
I had a good time. So yeah,
Nice,
it was good
dude.
day.
Oh yeah, same. It's always good to hang out with you and everything. And then
For sure.
it's at a card shop, so what else are we supposed to do? You get anything good?
I did actually.
Nice.
But so I got a Damian Lillard, which was kind of
cool.
I don't have it on me actually.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a red. I don't know. It's like shiny and all that fun stuff. So
nice.
It's kind of cool. So I was like, sweet. And then
nice,
I know
dude.
you got at least 30 cards today.
Okay, yeah? It wasn't that many. It was more like maybe 15 to 20 range. But yeah, like Mike Singletary, Richard Dent, John Stockton. I was more going for like individual Hall of Famers that I could get, and then got a couple Georgia players. You know how you know me. So
I know you. Yeah. Yeah, so, and then we also got some special cards for another video, which will be our first shorts, like true
That's
YouTube
true.
shorts.
That's true.
So
like we came out with the shorts idea before it was cool.
Before YouTube did.
Like, come on,
crazy.
Man.
I mean, they weren't the 1 minute or less,
right.
but like it
was relative
compared to our mega episodes at the time,
right?
Which
exactly.
were like 45 minutes each.
Oh yeah. We can't like rebrand though. We can't like make shorts like it's shorts too. We need to make it like mini and just keep we got to come up with something because we can't have two different shorts.
Two different shorts playlists.
Yeah, exactly, for real. But all that to say, that's enough about basketball. That's enough about cards right now because it is getting down to the game before the Super Bowl. And before we even talk about that, we do want to acknowledge today the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls, the only quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl with an AFC team and an NFC team as the starting quarterback. First in NFL history after 22 seasons, has retired. We will be doing a career recap video on him for sure.
Absolutely.
Mad props to him. We have not forgotten about that, but it's time to get into it. Cade, Niners at Rams, round 3. This is like the boxing match that everybody's been waiting for. The grudge match between San Fran and LA. Stafford and Garoppolo, McVay and Shanahan. We got 2 really good games this week for the championship round. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good one. 2 division rivals. It seems like Shanahan always has a way of getting in the Rams coaches and players' heads, but I don't know. I'm excited for this one either way, and I know you're extremely excited because of Matthew Stafford. First ever conference game.
I'm excited, man. This is first time making it past the wild card round, if I'm not correct.
And you are correct. And the Rams could be the second team in a row and in history, if they win, to play in their own stadium.
True.
For the Super Bowl.
Back-to-back years.
That would be something else.
That'd be awesome. Just to see the Rams at SoFi at the Super Bowl. Oh, that'd be great. But right now, Cade, how about you get us started? Let's start by talking about San Francisco.
Well, yeah, sure.
Get us started, man.
Jimmy G, I was shocked. Like, he played pretty bad against the Packers.
Yeah.
Obviously his shoulder sprain, What else does he got? I think he
He's
has a
been
couple
banged up all
injuries.
season. He had a
I
torn
don't know what he
labrum
has.
earlier.
Biggest one is the shoulder, just making it hard to throw. But I mean, his offense did a lot of work, but their defense came out clutch, and their special teams, of course, against our 32nd best special teams. Yeah. So the 49ers defense is great. I trust them to take out any offense, including the Rams. I think they can do it. I think they could contain Cooper Kupp decently well. I mean, you can't really stop him because he's just insane. But you can do some covering on him. He's not like a speed demon like Tyreek Hill, and he might not have the routes like Devontae Adams, but he is like an all-around package, just like a super well-built receiver. So you got to cover him. And then their offense, you know what? Just don't rely on Jimmy G to do all the work, especially because of his shoulder. Let Deebo Samuel do the work. Let Elijah Mitchell. I mean, those are your two big pieces in your offense. Let them do the work. 49ers they're a tough team to beat. That's why they're here.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is it's crazy because they could be back 2 years after losing the Super Bowl. Like, remember last year, we had the whole argument over, like, are they in a hangover? Are they just injured? Whatever. It doesn't matter. This year, they basically are just running it back with a new crew on offense. Like, you got Garoppolo, you got Kittle, you got Debo back. You got a lot of the defense running it back now. The biggest question, I think, for the 49ers is how well is Trent Williams going to play? He's questionable right now. He hasn't practiced all week. And we saw what happened last week when the Rams can take advantage of an offensive line that isn't at 100%. We saw that last week with Tristan Wirfs out. Now, Kyle Shanahan said, look, I'd be surprised if Trent Williams doesn't play, but it's obvious he's not going to be at 100%. So Garoppolo's not going to be at 100%. Trent Williams isn't going to be at 100%. They're going to be playing NLA. It's going to be a tough game for the 49ers, but they've already done it twice. We know they can do it. The 49ers absolutely can beat the Rams. Like you said, Kate, completely to your point. This is not nearly in the realm of impossibility for them.
No, definitely not. These are two fairly matched teams. And, I mean, the 49ers beat the Rams both times in the regular season. It's going to be a great matchup. But, AJ, should we move on to talking about the X factors of this game?
We haven't even talked about the Rams yet, dude. Hold on a second. One team at a time.
I don't want
one
to
team
talk
at a time.
about the Rams, dude. You take
I
the
will.
Rams.
I will gladly take that charge, please. Like I said, if you've tuned into the channel at all for the past year, you will know I'm the biggest non-Lions, non-Rams Matthew Stafford fan. So I'm very, very excited right now for Stafford to have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. The Rams have completely loaded up just about everywhere. Robert Woods goes down. Okay, let's go grab Odell Beckham Jr. Quarterback issues, safety issues. Eric Weddle, how about we give you a 1-year deal to come try to win a Super Bowl with us? Okay. Defensive line not getting enough pressure, even though you already have Aaron Donald. Hey, Denver, can we loan Von Miller for a year and then do whatever he wants? The Rams have put in absolutely everything to make it to the Super Bowl this year, and they have such a stacked team. Matthew Stafford has looked incredible. Over 40 touchdowns this year. He's been great in the playoffs. The run game, now that Cam Akers is back, is even better. And Kate, to your point, Cooper Kupp may not be the individual best wide receiver at any one thing, but maybe the best receiver at everything combined for just all-around skill. He doesn't have Tyreek speed. He doesn't have D-Hop's hands. And he doesn't have Devontae's route running, but he has top 5 in almost everything, and he's such a complete receiver. And even the 49ers couldn't shut him down the last 2 times they played. He was one of the biggest bright spots for the previous 2 games, over 100 yards in both games against the 49ers this year. Now, it is not going to come easy for the Rams to be able to win this game. They're going to need to be able to stop the 49ers run game. Whenever Eli Mitchell's healthy, Kay, they love to run the ball 20-plus times with him. Just keep it on the ground. Keep it out of Garoppolo's hands as much as possible. So it's going to rely on a lot on Vaughn, on AD, that front 7, Leonard Floyd. Georgia, let's go. That front 7 of the Rams to be able to hold down that offensive line, not allow Eli Mitchell to get any room to run, and force Garoppolo to beat him through the air.
Yep, for real. Well, guys, now that we've talked about the 49ers and Rams, let's talk about their X Factors. AJ, you started up.
Okay, well, let's start with
49ers X Factor.
Look, the 49ers X Factor to me is going to be their pass rush. When he's under pressure, Stafford's numbers have not been great the entire year. And you can tell me, I can hear the argument for Debo. I can hear the argument for Eli Mitchell, Jimmy Garoppolo, anyone in the offense. But I think it comes down to the pass rush. Game 1 against the 49ers this year, Stafford had his worst game of the entire season, arguably. 1 touchdown, 2 picks, only about 50% of his passes completed. Didn't have a very good game, and they were getting to him in the backfield over and over and over. We've seen this year, if you can get Stafford under pressure, he makes bad decisions. But if his offensive line holds up, if he's not getting hit, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. When he has time, he has over 130 passer rating. That is one of the top. That's best in the NFL level type stuff that we're seeing from Matthew Stafford this year. It's going to come down to how much Nick Bosa and that front 7, Tariq Armstead, and everybody on the 49ers old line are going to be able to get pressure on Stafford. If he's able to stay cool, Andrew Whitworth is going to be healthy after missing last week. Huge, big, absolutely massive upgrade for the Rams to be able to have him healthy and ready to go for this week. If they can't get to Stafford, they're going to have a hard time shutting down the offense. But Cade, what do you think? Who's the 49ers X Factor in this game?
I think their X Factor is the best fullback in the NFL, Kyle Juszczyk.
My boy!
Yeah, I think he could really change this game. I mean, he makes such key blocks every play he's in. But he's a good pass catcher, and I think he's I definitely called him the best fullback in the league for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Because he is. And I mean, Shanahan uses him the best out of any fullback could be used. Used him so much for blocking because he's a big body. He can run the ball if you want him to. He's not as like elusive and shifty, but he's a bigger body, a red zone threat for sure.
Yep.
And then one of my favorite things he does is, and George Kittle does this too, of course, but he'll be up at the line, he'll block for a second, he'll stutter, and then he'll go just for a quick out in the end zone. And I could totally see him changing this game. You already have to worry about Elijah Mitchell, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. You don't want to have to worry about Kyle Juszczyk going off. And he's not going to have a huge game just because that's not the type of offense he's in.
Right. It's the little plays.
But it's the little plays, right? It's being able to slowly tire the defense, keep them guessing. Shanahan's great at that, and he uses Kyle Juszczyk in a great way. And
absolutely.
He is the 49ers X Factor.
There you go.
And that's AJ, before we move on to the Rams X Factor, we got some comments here.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
What's up, Porter?
And Lightning Bauer is almost as confused as I am. Who is Lasco?
Well, I looked up Lasco, and nothing came up on Google, so nobody knows.
Ooh. All right, so Porter, we're going to have an explanation for that one. But Porter Drinks is here.
Go.
Faithful Packers fan. Go, Pack, go. We are out of the playoffs. And we are talking about the team that beat the Packers, actually. Sadly, I'm a Packers fan, man. I'm very sad. But it's kind of sunk in.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, really hoping Aaron Rodgers stays. I think it's almost more likely he stays than Devontae Adams because Devontae Adams is asking $30 million a year.
True.
$30 million a year. Okay, we're not talking about that anymore.
Cade,
we're talking about the Rams X Factor.
Yes. Cade, you start this one. You start this one. I started 49ers. You start this one. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think that their X factor is their defensive line.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, they have a great defensive line. Aaron Donald, just everyone that's healthy. It's just you can't run the ball on them. Their pass rush is so good. But it's almost more of a question like, are they going to stay healthy this entire game?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they get banged up every once in a while. I mean, even Aaron Donald this year, to our surprise, had some rib injuries. I mean, it's just, can you stay healthy this game? Because the Rams, the 49ers are going to make it tough on you. Like, they're not a Joe Burrow offensive line. Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Kyle Juszczyk, Elijah Mitchell. Like, this is a great offense that it's not just focused on running the ball in the middle. They do jet sweeps. They're everywhere. Split backs. Like, the defensive line is going to be the key to this game. I don't know. I trust
It's a
their
good choice.
secondary. It's not that I don't trust their defensive line. It's just that I think so much depends on them.
That's a good choice. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Von Miller, AD, everybody, Leonard Floyd, everybody in the front seven is going to be huge. For me, the Rams' X factor is going to be Cam Akers. And I thought really hard about this and thought, oh, it's got to be Stafford, right? He's been almost basically the deal breaker for this Rams team and whether they win or lose against 49ers, especially in the end of the regular season. But no, it's the run game, and specifically Cam Akers for me. We saw the problems the Rams had running the football against the Bucs, who top three defense. I think they're rated number 1 in rush DVOA, whatever, sure. But the 49ers aren't no slouches either. They were number 3 coming into the Packers game in the NFL in total defense. Stafford played out of his mind against the Bucs, and they couldn't run the football. Cam Akers had 2 yards a carry on over 20 carries, and it's not like they had a great game against the 49ers either the last time they played. Sony Michel, guess how many he averaged? 2 yards a carry all over again. The Cardinals game, they completely were able to walk all over them thanks to their incredible defensive line, shut them down completely. They barely even needed to try. The reason the Buccaneers were able to come back is because when they needed to kill the clock, they couldn't get first downs. And then fumbles happen. It's going to come down to how well I believe the Rams can score. I believe they can score with Stafford. I believe their defense can be able to stop the 49ers offense and put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. But the thing that makes me the most nervous is their run game. If they can get that going early and often, I think the Rams will have it in hand. If not, it's going to be a really close battle. So for me, it's Cam Akers and the Rams run offense.
Yeah, and I think that's really true. Like, I think the Rams have obviously had some trouble running the ball, even though their offensive line is a really nice veteran line with some great discipline. Like they don't have a lot of penalties, so I don't know what the problem is. I think maybe part of the problem might be is that their first few runs they only get like 2.5 yards a carry, and then they feel like, oh boy, we can't run it on them all game.
Right.
And that's not true. Sometimes things just don't open up right away, and I feel like once they start passing, they never go back to the run. Yeah, maybe some like jet sweeps, some reverse motion, but like there is not a lot of running the ball with the running backs. And that's what's frustrating. So if they run the ball, I think they have a great chance of winning.
Yeah.
And I think we've been saying that all year. They just don't run the ball enough.
Yeah. And we know they can. Like, we've seen Darrell Henderson go off for 80-plus touchdown yard games. We've seen Michelle have really good games. We know they can.
Yeah.
Just a matter of will they. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Right. So that means it's down to the end, Cade. We've gone through 18 weeks, a wild card round and a divisional round, and we're here in the conference round. Cade, give us your prediction. Rams at home against the 49ers, round 3 of McVay v. Shanahan. Who are you giving it to?
I am giving this one to the Los Angeles Rams. They are going to be going to their own place.
Let's go.
For the Super Bowl. And honestly, I'm being dead serious. The biggest reason I am picking the Rams is because no team beats another team 3 times in the same year. It just doesn't happen. I mean, I've seen many years where, maybe not many years, but a couple years where the Packers would beat the Vikings both times in the playoffs, and then we'd lose to them in the both times in the regular season, then we'd lose to them in the playoffs. And it's happened with multiple teams throughout the years. You don't really beat one team 3 times in the same year. It's so rare. And I mean, I think a big deal will be that Jimmy G isn't healthy. Who knows if all of his passes were just lobs. He had no zip on the ball last week.
It was a rough game.
I think the Rams defense could take huge opportunity of that, especially since there'll be nice weather. There won't be slip and slide everywhere. So, yeah, I am taking the Los Angeles Rams going to play at home for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a really great prediction for sure. Look, for me, Shanahan has beaten McVay 6 times in a row. 6 times. That is 3 years of the Rams not being able to beat the Niners. I'm giving it to the Rams. If they're not going to win now, I don't know when it's going to happen. They've put absolutely everything into winning this year when it came to free agency, when it comes to Stafford. This is his year. Everybody else says Stafford is just an average quarterback. Get out. Get out of here.
He's been a top 5 quarterback this year.
He's been incredible. This is the Rams' absolute time. I think you're totally right, Cade. They can absolutely put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Stafford will have a good game. And like you said, it's almost impossible to beat someone 3 times. And you know what this really reminds me of?
What's it remind you of?
Last year, what quarterback left his regular team to go to a new team? Tom Brady.
Yeah.
What happened in the regular season? The Bucs lost to the Saints twice. What happened in round 3? The Bucs took it. Same thing. Stafford goes to LA. They lose to the Niners twice. And this time, they're going to be at home in SoFi. And they are going to want to be in SoFi for 2 more weeks.
They really will.
I am also giving it to the Los Angeles Rams. And I really, really hope that is happening because I'm very nervous saying that. But both of us, Cademan, are picking Kansas City Chiefs versus / at the Los Angeles Rams because technically the Chiefs are the home team, but it's in SoFi. And also, Cade, one thing we didn't get to see was a true like the Bucs actually at quote unquote home at the Super Bowl because COVID restrictions, but a lot of the people there were from Tampa. Well, we're from Central Florida. Now, how many Rams fans do you think are going to go buy tickets to go 10 minutes across the street?
Way too many.
It's going to be a home game.
It's going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
This is crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our predictions, Chiefs and Rams in the Super Bowl. Let us know what your predictions are in the comments below. We, of course, will be doing another wrap-up for this. We got more videos coming out about the NFL. Please, you'll want to make sure you subscribe with notifications on and all that fun stuff. We're this close to 200 subscribers right now, and we will be doing something really, really cool. We don't know what it is, but we'll do something cool for 200. So you're going to want to be subscribed. Porter Drinks, Lightning Bauer, thank you guys so much for showing up in the comments section. And Porter Drinks, I see the whole Packers.
Why on earth
chat right now
to leave? So
but Cademan's going to absolutely going to flip. So we're going to roll out of here right now before he blows a fuse. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time on the Allied Rivals podcast. Have a good one.
See ya.